the 13th chapter a little bit, going into it, the second verse, going to how the bear is a representation of the end of this man's kingdom. The bear representing Russia is going to be a pivotal key player in destroying Babylon. But man, this shit just going very slow. All right. So I am going to close some of these tabs, and that's maybe why it's going so slow. Do bear with me. And then I want to use this Revelations 3, but I gotta go into this finish this 13th chapter real quick, then I'll go back. Then I'll stop talking about World War III for the time being. But we know that the third war cometh quickly, and it's prophesied. There's nothing that we can do to stop it. But it says, jump down to 2, it says, "In the beast which thou sawest was unto a leopard." Like I said before, this representation of the beginning of the Edomite rulership, the Edomite power system. Started with Alexander and the Greeks and their rulership. And it says, "In the feet of it will the bear." The bear represents Russia, because that's going to be the end of this man's beast-like rulership. And it says, "In his mouth was the mouth of a great lion." That's representation of Great Britain, because America came out of Great Britain. All right. And it says, "In the dragon," which is representation of the ancient Roman Empire, gave him his power. All right. Because the Roman Empire was diverse and different, like it says in Daniel 7, than any of the other beasts, because it had the 10 vassals during that time, the 10 vassal horns during the time of, the ancient Roman Empire. And it had a senate, because how they were choosing the kings before was through what's it called? It was but basically with the senate they chose who was going to rule, every so often, and they would have a meeting and have a vote, and keep, you know whoever was going to be of the emperor, and they were voted in. It was decided by the Senate, and that's what made it diverse from all the other kingdoms before it, because the other kings before it, the son of the king, if the king died, was going to be in rulership next. All right, but they decided to switch it up and appoint and elect rulers, you know, and that's what made it different, them having that Senate and his seat, and it's great. And it says, and his seat and great authority. So that goes into that. So we understand that World War III is coming, but we do understand through prophecy that it will be destroyed. All right, and it's going to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles. It says in Revelations, which I will get, Revelations 9. We're just going to jump to the point. What happened unto Babylon. Then I want to get into these couple precepts, and that's going to wrap it up, man. I don't want to make this lesson too long. Yeah, you got to understand that here. This is Revelation 9 and 12. "And one woe is past, World War One, and behold, there will be two more woes that come hereafter," which is going into, World War One, World War Two, and World War Three. All right, and in Revelation 9, it does jump around time periods. Uh, I think it started 13. It says, "And the sixth angel sounded and heard the voice of the four horns of the golden altar before the Most High, saying, The sixth angel hath the trumpet, loosed the four angels which are bound in the great reeds of Euphrates, like it. It says in 15, "And the four angels were loosened, which prepared for an hour, a day, and a month, and a year, for to slay the third part of men," which is a representation of Esau's kingdom. Esau's men. The wicked. All right, because we do have three classifications of men. We got the sons of the power, which is Yasha Allah. You got the sons of men, which is the other nations, and then you got the sons of the wicked, which is Esau. So Esau representation is representation, and in the places he dwell is that third part of men. It says in verse 16 the point, and it says, and the number of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them, which goes into 200 million. Missiles that's going to touch down on Babylon, the shores of Babylon, and destroy this place. All right. All right. So we can go in on this precept. We can go on these. We can finish with Mark, and we can finish with John 15. We're gonna jump to the point. Let's see here. Slovakia. Let's do it. All right. Please. But this is second. This is Second Peter 3:12. Well, Second Peter 3:11, verses 11 and 12. So, like it says, seeing that these things shall be dissolved, and the things that it's talking about is going to Babylon being destroyed, as well as Israel will also be destroyed. The North American, all of the United States of America, and Israel, because Israel is gonna need to be destroyed so it can be cleansed and it's gonna be built back up. But what won't be built back up is Babylon. It's gonna be a desolation. It says 2 Peter 3:11, seeing that all of these things should be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye ought to be. So I was just speaking about in the first lesson and in this lesson as well, how there's nothing else to do outside of this truth, except teach the truth and wait for the Lord to come back. If you're not, if you're outside of the truth, then you're just being wicked, and you're going to be destroyed. You're going to be dissolved. So while we have the understanding and truth, we ought to be holy and in godliness, because that's all there is. That's all there is. When we aren't perfect, but we're perfect in the spirit, and the Lord Yahawashi Shah is gonna um not impute our sins unto us. He's going to give us forgiveness, and I got a precept on that as well. And I'm gonna end this lesson. It says, "Looking and hating unto the coming day of our Lord Yahweh." If you're in the world and you're not doing, you're not in this truth, then you're not looking forward and hastening the day to get out of here. You think this is, the best it's gonna get. Like that's literally the most saddest thing I can ever think. Like to sit here, sit in Babylon the Great, sit in America and think this is it. Like the women being whores, us getting refurbished, boxed, us getting taxed to death, Esau Edom ruling over us. Is you think that's the best it's gonna get? You think that riding in a goddamn Rolls Royce, smoking a cigarette and weed and shit and fucking on some fucking hoopties who and some whores, some adulterous bitches is the best it's gonna get. And listening to some young boy. No, man. We got a whole kingdom. We got a majesty. We have so much to look forward to as far as Yahweh Shem Shah's sake. The scriptures speak about uh, ears have not heard nor eyes have seen, the things that the Lord's going to do for those that love him. So, man, we got something to look forward to. So if you're outside this truth, bullshitting and thinking it's sweet, and you don't want to, return to the Lord, man, then you're going to be dissolved, man, and death unto you. All right, man, because we ought to be in, that spirit of of holy conversation and godliness. And that holy conversation is us, having brotherly love toward each other, and speaking about, the goodness and the things that the Lord Yahawashi Mashah is going to shortly bring upon the earth. Not being talking about some fucking dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? But being in holy conversation. All right. But here's Mark 5:34, and I'm using this scripture, as an example of the woman's faith. But we are that woman. It's as seeing Jeremiah 6 and the 6th chapter. We are that common and delicate woman. But here in Mark 5:34, it is actually a real woman. And I think she was sick, and she had a plague, and she believed on the Lord, and she was made whole. Right now, if you're without this truth, and even us within this truth, we have the understanding of the Lord, but we're looking for the redemption of the body. We're looking to be redeemed outside of this kingdom, of Esau, Edom, that we're in a lower state. We're looking to be made whole, and we're looking to be made immortal. And the only way to do that is through the faith of the Lord. If you have no faith and you're outside this truth bullshitting, then you have no faith. You're just fucking around, man. And you think that, I guess you just think that this kingdom is sweet, and that it's just this is just all that's all it's gonna be, and it's all it's gonna ever be. But no, there's a kingdom that the Lord that the Lord has set up for us. And I'm gonna get one more precept after this, John. But it says, and he said unto her, daughter, thy faith has made thee whole. All right, which we're looking to be whole, man. And the only way we're gonna be made faith, the only way we're gonna be delivered, the only way we're gonna be saved is through our faith, and it's gonna make us whole, and the Lord's gonna heal us. It says, go in peace. The Hebrew word for peace is shalom. It says, and be whole of thy plague. And right now we are plagued by our enemies and plagued by Esau, Edom. We're plagued every day. The food is defiled, everything's defiled, the women are defiled, they talking shit, the air is defiled, the air is a plague. They plaguing people with jump shots. We know what that jump shot is. We're speaking in code, and they're plaguing us with continuous lockdowns. But it's all through prophecy. But it's still a hindrance. It's still a plague nonetheless. All right, and the only way to get through it is through the Lord Yahawashi Shai. And then I have John 15:19 here, which is to represent to the Spirit is that we are not of this world, and the only reason that you others are not coming into this faith and into this good wisdom and understanding, basically this good news, is the fact that you're of the world and we are not of the world. We are of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahawashi. All right. And we want to be of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahawashi because this world is going to pass away. All right. The understanding and the inklings and things that this world does, which is in wickedness, is going to pass away, man. And we are not trying to fulfill and make provision for the lust of the flesh here in Babylon. We're trying to overcome this damn beast, and overcome this wicked defiled world, man. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord told us, I believe, in James, to hate the world and the things that are in it. All right, because it's wicked. All right, but we should focus on Yahweh Shem Shai and his goodness through the Spirit. It says, if you were of the world, then the world would love his own. So the world loves its own. The world loves people like Drake and LeBron, but they are of the world, and we are not of the world. It says, because you are not of this world. And this is speaking unto the hopeful elect. It says, I have chosen you out of the world. The Lord has chosen. We can't come to this faith unless the Lord Yahweh shall choose us. So there isn't no Christian dogma or doctrine of, oh, I gave my life to Christ and now I'm saved. We ain't saved. Even the hopeful elect ain't saved until we are saved. We gotta endure to the end. The hopeful elect ain't saved until the Lord come get our ass. So we ain't no Christian saved. Like, as if we don't gotta worry about shit. We can just go and do wickedness and, oh, I'm saved. The Lord knows my heart, or he got me. No, man. We gotta continue to strive to get that penny, to get to the kingdom, man, and hope that the Lord forgives us through the blood of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But you other people don't understand that. You have a zeal, but you don't have a zeal according to understanding. All right. It says, you are not of this world, but I have chosen you out of the world. Therefore, the world hateth you. All right. Because why? Because we come in the spirit of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right. And we're shining that light, which is the wisdom and understanding, upon their evil deeds when they're in darkness, and they want to continue to stay in darkness instead of coming into the light. All right, so let's get one more precept. Hopefully, this was edifying. I try. But especially with the first part and this part of any brother, like, oh, well, he didn't break this down right, or he ain't going to this right. I would love for you to at me or just send me a private DM some way, get on my comment board. I don't give a damn, and correct me. So then that I can be edified if I am incorrect about something, and the brothers and the new members who are new coming into the faith and understanding can also be they can be edified as well, especially with that Ezekiel the 38, because that's my understanding of it through the Spirit. But I'm sure that, hey, I'm young in the faith as well. I've only been doing this for going on the fourth year, going to the fifth year, but I'm so we can all get better, and we can all strive for the masteries even greater, and Lord willing, Yahawashi Ratazah, that it be edifying unto the hopeful elect, man, in a sincere spirit. But this is 2 Corinthians 2:9. But it is written, I have not seen nor ear heard. So we have something to look forward to here, something great, something amazing that we have not yet seen, that the Lord had not yet given us the privy to, but we can only speculate. But it's going to be an amazing thing that the Lord is going to give unto us, which is that kingdom. It says, but it is written, I have not seen, nor ear heard, nor either into the heart of man the things which the Most High have prepared for them that love him. All right, so we got something to look forward to. So with all that being said, I want to say shalom until the next